Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Hope everyone had a good Christmas, however you celebrated it. I'm recording this on the 28th now. This is just going to be going through everything I basically got for Christmas. Plus when I went away 2 weeks ago to York for just before Christmas, I bought quite a few things, and there's a few that my grandparents bought for me from CEX within the stack. So I'll go through them first, and then they'll show you everything I actually opened on Christmas Day. Well, I did open them on Christmas Day as well, but all my Christmas gifts, shall we say, that are film related. There is one book, and the rest are Blu-rays and 4Ks. So I'll get straight on with it with all the ones I got whilst I was up north. Starting with About a Boy, one of the only Hugh Grant films I didn't have in my collection. I do quite like him. And I have seen this before quite a while ago, and I remember it being pretty good, pretty funny, upbeat, heartwarming film. So happy to get that one in the collection. One from this year, which I got, The Bike Riders. I was umming and ahhing between this and the 4K. Yeah, I like this. If you've seen previous videos on my channel, you know I'm a big Jeff Nichols fan, and this is pretty much the only film other than Shotgun Stories, which doesn't have a UK release, that I had to get from his filmography. So I got this, and yeah, I'll watch it again. I enjoyed it. It's kind of mid-tier for his films for me, I would say personally, but still a good film. Then we have Now You See Me Too, which is just one of those fillers type things. I had the first one. I thought I better get the second one because the third one's coming out next year. So I thought I better get the second one so I can rewatch the first two before the new one comes out. I remember them both being really good films. Then we have No Hard Feelings, Jennifer Lawrence comedy from last year, 2023. Yeah, one that I had my arm for a while, and it was at a good enough price that I thought, yeah, get it in CEX. Because yeah, it's one that, as I said, I had my own for a while. Next up, we have Uncle Buck, which is just a classic. I've only seen it once. It's a John Hughes film, and it's just one that I thought it should be in my collection because I do need to give it another watch, and I do remember really enjoying it. So, Uncle Buck. Then we have Vice, which is one I couldn't actually remember if I had this on Blu-ray or not. I know I bought the DVD when it first came out when I was collecting DVDs, but I couldn't remember if I'd upgraded it to Blu-ray. Luckily enough, I hadn't, so I got this for about £2, I think, in CEX. It's one I saw at the cinema and remember really enjoying. It's an Adam McKay film, so yeah, good to have that one in the collection. One that I watched for the first time this year and really liked was The Wife with Glenn Close and Jonathan Pryce, about as the title was just a wife that goes to Switzerland with her husband, who's being honoured with the Nobel Prize for Literature. And it's kind of her looking back over her life and how she was kind of put behind her husband and that sort of thing. Remember enjoying it, so happy to have that one in the collection. Another space filler that I just had to get, Red 2. I've had the first one in my collection for a long time, and they're both decent action comedies. So I think for £1, yeah, worth adding to the collection. Then we have Trespass Against Us, which is like a drama type thing from about almost 10 years ago, I suppose now. A while ago, 2017, so yeah, a while ago now. With Michael Fassbender and Brendan Gleeson, set in the Cotswolds, and it's about a family who are kind of a bit of outlaws, like a gang sort of thing, trying to evade the police and the way that they live. I remember watching it when it came out, but it's been a long time, so that's gone in my watch pile to rewatch. As is all of these are all in my watch pile going forward. We have Looking for Eric, which is a Ken Loach film. Not seen many Ken Loach films, so I thought I really liked I, Daniel Blake, and I've heard good things about this one, and it looked like a pretty uplifting film. So I thought, yeah, get that one to give a go as well. Then we have Haunted Honeymoon, which is Gene Wilder, Gilda Radner, and Dom DeLuise. directed by Gene Wilder as well. I believe this was Gilda Radner's final film just before she passed away. Obviously, she was actually married to Gene Wilder as well. Very sad, she went very young. But I've heard good things about this film. I like a bit of silly comedy. Gene Wilder makes me laugh. So yeah, happy to get that one in the collection as well to give a watch. Next up, we have a classic, The Big Country with Gregory Peck. Charlton Heston as well. Never seen it. I'd heard of it before, but I thought I'm trying to bulk up my classic film collection, and this was £3, so I thought, yeah, definitely worth adding that one to watch. Next up, we have Red Rock West, which I believe came out this year or fairly recently. I mean, it says 2022 on the back here, but I thought it was more recent than this, but maybe it is. But yeah, Nicolas Cage. I really like Nicolas Cage, and I've heard really good things about this film in general. So I thought, yeah, give this one a go because I'm sure I'm going to enjoy that. Next up, we got Borderlands. Just curiosity, really. It was cheap enough in CEX. I didn't see it at the cinema. It didn't bother me. I'd heard all the bad word of mouth. The trailers didn't do anything for me. But I thought, I'll just get it, give it a watch. If I don't like it, which I may really like it, I might be in the minority and enjoy this one. But if I don't, I can just sell it on. Not much lost really. So yeah, that is Borderlands. Then we have Starsky and Hutch with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, based on the original TV series in the 70s. But more of a comedy, I'm guessing. But yeah, I like when they do stuff. It's Todd Phillips as well. So I'm sure I'm going to enjoy that one. Find it funny. Then we have Captain Fantastic, which is one I've heard lots of positive things about. You've got Viggo Mortensen, who's a father, and he basically lives, I think they live like in the woods or in a van, him and his kids, and it's about his family trying to get him, to be a normal parent, I suppose. But it looks good. I've heard good things about it, like I said, so looking forward to giving that one a go as well. Next up, we have Strange Days, which is one I've wanted to watch for a long time. It's a Catherine Bigelow film, produced by James Cameron. I'm guessing they were still married at the time. But you got Ralph Fiennes, Angela Bassett, Juliette Lewis, Tom Sizemore, Michael Wincott, who will appear in another one of my titles, which I watched last night, which I'll talk about in a bit, and Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah, it looks like a science fiction type action thing. So yeah, I'll definitely be watching that one soon because I like those sorts of films. Another one I've wanted to watch for a while, The Faculty. I've heard great things about this. It's a Robert Rodriguez film. But I think where the parents or the teachers, something happens to them and it's about the kids, they've got to try and fight back, that sort of thing. You've got Josh Hartnett, Elijah Wood, Famke Jensen, Robert Patrick, Jon Stewart, Piper Laurie, Clea DuVall, Jordana Brewster from Fast and Furious. Just a decent cast. And as I say, it's Robert Rodriguez, so I'm sure I like that one as well. Then we have Moonlight, which surprisingly, no, I've never seen it. Just never been one that I've got in the collection to watch. Never seen it on any streaming services. So when I saw it for, again, I think about £3, I thought, yeah, I'll add that with a nice slipcover. Because it is one that I've been interested in watching, shall we say. Say 24 as well. So yeah, that's Moonlight. Next up we have Sing Street, which is one again I saw when it first came out, but it's been such a long time that I thought it was worth putting it in the rewatch pile because I couldn't remember too much about it, but remember enjoying it. Then we have The Last King of Scotland, which is about Idi Amin, who was the Ugandan dictator, or I say in like the 80s maybe, or 70s. You've got James McAvoy in this as well. And it's a Kevin McDonald film. I'm sure I like this. I like these sorts of true story type films. So yeah, that one looks interesting. And he won an Oscar for Best Actor, I believe. And finally, in the haul I got was The Great Escape. I know this recently just got released via Arrow on 4K and got a remaster, but I've never actually seen it. And it was about £6 in CX, so I thought, yeah, I'll get this one. Give it a go because I've heard so many good things about it, and then maybe next year, if I do enjoy it, I could upgrade it to 4K. But yeah, that is The Great Escape. And these are all sort of newer films, newer releases that I got. Two of them I got with some Christmas money, the rest were just gifts. But first up, I'll show you a book I got, the only book I got this year, and that is This Time Next Year, which is the David Jason autobiography. I got his other autobiography, which is about 10 years ago, I think, came out. I've not actually read it all the way through. I've read most of it, I think. So yeah, I can give this one a go, because I do like David Jason. Yeah, he is a comedian, British comedian that I do enjoy. So yeah, happy to have that one. And then we have, as I say, these are all gifts and they're fairly new releases anyway. So we have End of Days, which I believe was re-released last month on Blu-ray, and I like Arnold Schwarzenegger, so yeah, very happy to have this one. And I did watch it the other night, thoroughly enjoyed it, thought it was a very good film. Yeah, definitely one I can see myself watching again, so happy to have that one in the collection. Then we have, these aren't really in any order. These are all new releases, as in new films that came out this year, these next ones. So we have Bad Boys Ride or Die, which is in my top 10 at the moment. Really enjoyed this one. I think it's one that might be the strongest of the four for me personally. Either this one or the third one, definitely. Just a lot of fun, great action, great chemistry as always between the two of them. Yeah, really glad to have that one in the collection. Then we have another one of my favourites of the year, A Quiet Place Day One. Love this at the cinema. Might even be my favourite Quiet Place film, even though obviously it's a prequel. But yeah, just great, tense, great time at the cinema. Great story. Again, not long, like the other two, not long. Only 19 minutes ish. So yeah, another one I'm happy to have in the collection. Then we have another. These are all basically my favourites of the year that were on a wish list that people bought for me. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Really happy to have this one. Loved this one at the cinema. Just think it was great. Visually, the story, just what they did with this. I just can't wait to see what they do with another one, which is supposed to come out in 2027. I think this next one's my fourth favourite so far this year, fourth or fifth. Furiosa, which I did give a watch again on Christmas Day. Yeah, I did watch this on Christmas Day when I opened it. Just love this film, just great film. Really gets you in the world of Mad Max. Just the tone is excellent, the acting is excellent, the set pieces are excellent. It's just an excellent film, and one that I'm very happy to have in the collection. Next up, one that I got with some Christmas money, which I watched last night. Absolutely love this film, one of my favourite films now. The Crow, Brandon Lee, came out on 4K earlier in the year and I missed it. I thought I'll wait until Christmas, get it in a sale, and I did. I managed to get it in the 2 for 30, along with another one which I'll show last. Yeah, I thought I'd put this on. For I've heard very good things about this. It looks like my sort of film, and I just loved it. It's just a great story. Brandon Lee's excellent in it. Very sad what happened, obviously. You've got Ernie Hudson in this. As I said, Michael Wincott, who was also, I can't remember what I was talking about that he was in. Strange Days, wasn't it? Playing the villain. Just a really, really good film. Highly recommend checking this one out if you haven't seen it. Because it's just a great kind of revenge action thriller type film. So yeah, that's The Crow. Then we have some older films but new releases. Unlawful Entry, which I've heard really good things about. Got Kurt Russell, Madeline Stone, Ray Liotta. I think this was dropping it. I think this was re-released back in September, and I had my eye on it, so I put it on my wish list because I've heard good things about it. Yeah, but I've not got around to watching it yet. But it is one that I'll definitely be watching. It's in the top of the watch pile, so it will be definitely sooner rather than later. May even get it in before the end of the year. But yeah, that is Unlawful Entry. And then we have Air America, another one. This did get a 4K as well, but I'm very happy with just having the Blu-ray for this one because I've not seen the film before. And that is a mistake I've made in the past. I'm thinking specifically of U571. I thought I'm just going to get the 4K, brand new release, 20 quid. And I didn't enjoy it, so I wasted 20 quid in my eyes. Saving 5 quid here because I expect the 4K is about 20. But yeah, I'm sure they're going to look pretty much the same because it's pretty much the same restoration. But looks like my type of film. Mel Gibson, Robert Downey Jr. So yeah, looking forward to giving that one a watch. Then we have another one that was re-released. Icon Entertainment are re-releasing some really good old hidden gems. End of Days was one of them. An Awful Entry. This one. They did The Commitments, which I'm after. Austin Powers they released on 4K. I really want to get. Strange Darling, which is obviously a new one, the new Hellboy film. So they've been releasing some pretty solid films. And this is another one, The Getaway, which is the remake of the 70s film with Steve McQueen. This one's Alec Baldwin, Kane Basinger, Michael Madsen, and James Woods. So yeah, another one that I thought will interest me because I've seen the original one. And as I say, I'm keeping my eye on Icon when they release stuff to Blu-ray, because it's usually some like hidden gems from the 90s or films that have just kind of been forgotten about. So glad to have this one to watch. And finally, the other one I got in the 2 for 30, the one that I'm planning on watching tonight because it just looks like I'm going to really enjoy it. Election. Matthew Broderick, Reese Witherspoon. It's an Alexander Payne film. I love Alexander Payne, one of my favourite directors. Rewatched The Holdovers on Christmas Eve. So yeah, really looking forward to checking this out because it looks like I'm going to really enjoy it. So yeah, that is Election on 4K. That is everything. All my pickups recently, all my Christmas gifts, everything to end the year on. So yeah, the next video you will probably see from me, I'm going to try and get this put up on Sunday. And then I'll probably, on Sunday, so tomorrow, I will probably do my like New Year's resolution video that I said I was going to do. And then my, which will go up on New Year's Eve on Tuesday, hopefully. And then on, I'm just trying to think, obviously the New Year's resolution update thing will kind of tell you more about my scheduling, but the other two videos I was going to do, 2024 ranking films, that will probably be on Thursday, and then at most anticipated will probably be Friday or next Saturday, I'm going to say. And then obviously you'll have your regular scheduling, which you have to watch my update video to find out about. But yeah, that is it for this video. Shorter than I expected it to be because I think I went quite quick there. But yeah, that is it. If you like the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel. Comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I always appreciate when anyone takes the time to leave me a comment, and I will always get back to you. And that's it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.